Alright, so let's say you love to do art, or you love to play baseball. How do you decide how you're gonna turn this into a business? There's so many ways to do it. There's so many possibilities. At the same time, some things might be harder than others. Let's say you really like to work out. You might be thinking, how am I gonna turn that into a business? I mean, there are some obvious answers like training, but maybe you don't really like to train. Maybe there's a different avenue or a different way that you can go about monetizing your passion or hobby. So what I've made here is actually steps that you can use to get your creative juices flowing to create your own product or service based off what you like. And I just call it the 5 steps to selling or creating a product. Obviously, it's crucial that you brainstorm. It's always good to just literally vomit all the ideas you have about something. But as well, I've put in these, if you can read here, the 5 different things that may also help you look at your product or service or your passion or your hobby in a different way. So the first here is to flip it, which is pretty simple. Can you improve or sell it? So let's say you're an artist. Can you sell your art? Yeah, you could. Let's say you're a musician. Can you flip your music? Flip your music? Yeah. This comes from real estate where you basically buy a house and sell it. So can you just buy and sell whatever hobby or passion you have? That's a good question to ask yourself. Second is teach it. Can you teach somebody? Could you make an educational art program teaching people how to do the basics of drawing? Could you do an educational video series on working out, or maybe write a book about it? So think about that as well. Is there a way that you could teach your hobby or passion? Maybe you could teach people how to play baseball. Maybe that could be your business, being a educational program or educational company for baseball players to be professional. Next is, can you curate it? So curated means, is there a way that you could help people who are maybe doing those things, or yeah, I guess people who are doing those things, can you help like promote them, like curate them? So like, for example, let's say you love art. Is there a way that you could curate your art? Maybe start a website curated towards a specific genre of art that you're really into, like surrealism, surrealist artist website where like-minded people could come and discuss, or you could even just post art that's surreal and that resonates with you, and you could monetize that. If you're a fitness person, if you're into fitness, maybe you could curate a team of fitness models. I don't know if that's a real thing, but who knows? Maybe you can be the first one to try it out. Or if you love to play video games, maybe you could curate a professional video game team. Maybe you know people who are really good at playing video games. Maybe you're not the best, but you could manage a team and start a team to basically curate your passion or hobby. Or if you love music, but you're not too good at music, you could start a website for music that you love, and just start building up a music business that way. So that's another good thing. If you're not so especially specialized or talented in something, you could always try to curate it. You could be a manager for someone, or you could just find music that resonates with you and start a sort of side business or not hobby, but side business that way. Another step is to share it. It's very similar to curate it. So for example, this would more apply to things like cooking. If you're into cooking, you can't really I mean, you could curate your food, but you could share your cooking maybe through a YouTube channel that you could monetize. If you're an artist, you could share it through your DeviantArt, or have your own website and share your art through there. Again, these 5, they kind of interweave and blend into each other. It's just a way for you to start thinking, what are the ways I can monetize my passion or hobby? Can I flip it, teach it, curate it, share it? And then of course the 5th and final thing is, can I sell it? So just sharing your cooking is obviously not going to turn into a business, but if you monetize the YouTube videos, yeah, maybe it could. Just posting your art on DeviantArt is probably not going to yield any monetary gain for you, but maybe you make it a downloadable wallpaper on DeviantArt for some pieces that you really like, and that way you're able to sell it. So the bottom goal is to make it something that you can sell, but these other 5 things, flipping it, teaching it, curating, or sharing it, can help you think, help you think outside the box and really think about products or services. So let's just take one example and go through all 5 of them right now. So fitness, how can you flip it? Well, how could I flip my fitness? I could literally be a fitness model. Okay, I could be a fitness model. I could sell my fitness program to people. I could train people. But that would be more into teaching. So teaching, I could train people to be fitness models. I could train people to be fitness coaches. I could train them to actually train other people. That would be another way to teach it. How can I curate it? I could have, I guess, a team of fitness models, or I could actually have a gym. That would be a way to curate it too. So people that are into fitness could come to my gym, and they could work out there, and it's almost like my modern art gallery of really fit people. How could I share it? Yeah, be a fitness model, enter competitions. I could start to have a YouTube channel and share it like that. I could maybe even start a magazine, a fitness magazine. Who knows? Again, you don't want to overthink. Just whatever comes to mind. Just keep thinking. How can I sell it? If I have a magazine, obviously I could sell advertisements for the fitness magazine. I could, if I had a gym, obviously I'm selling memberships there. If I have a YouTube channel, maybe I could sell monetize and sell videos, or maybe I could even make a video series and sell it. So these 5 steps really help me when I'm trying to think of a new product or something I want to come up with based on a passion or hobby I have. And the goal here is just to think of as many things as possible and just write it down and then carefully start to dissect them. So for your first assignment in actually picking your product or service, I want you to use these 5 tools here and then just think about the first 20 things that come to mind and write it down. So fitness, what did we say? Open a gym, have a team of models. It doesn't even have to make sense. Like sell vitamins. You could do that. Make your own creatine powder. Have a YouTube channel. Sell pictures of yourself being really fit. That's 6 already. Again, just it doesn't have to make any sense. Just brainstorm, and do a mind dump. So for your first assignment in this program, get 20 things down on your paper, or typing it. Get 20 things down. And then from there, start to narrow it down. But first, get 20 things down, okay? So that's your only assignment. So get 20 things down, and then pick from the 20 thing, one thing that really resonates with you. So that's your assignment. Write down 20 things and pick one thing. And if you have the time, you could do more than 20. You could do 40, 50. But the idea is just to get your juices flowing and then pick one thing. So that's your assignment. When it's done, just comment what your one thing is down below. If you feel like you don't want to really share it, then you don't have to, because it's your personal business that you're going to start. But you can maybe list some of the craziest things that you've come up with in the comments below. That's your first assignment, and this is the first step to actually getting your passion or hobby into a monetized business.